All right, welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino by Caffeine and Kilos. Got an exciting show planned for today.
Really?
Yeah.
Thrilling show. Thrilling show today.
Thrilling show today. We are discussing... Dean, what are we going to talk about?
Well, I mean, the big news, I guess, would be... Part of it would be that today's Open's day one.
Open's day one. So CrossFit Open starts today, which is exciting, and some would maybe say less exciting than other years. I would say more exciting than other years because of the unknowns.
There's a lot of unknowns.
It's just the
year.
new format and all that. The
announcing is all different now. Castro's profile went private.
Oh man, and then but they're doing a live announcement.
There's like three simultaneous live announcements.
Call that simulcast.
Tri-simul.
Trimulcast. Simulcast. Yeah, so there's that. Oh, we should guess the workouts.
Oh, I already know what it's going to be.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, what is it?
Yeah,
tell everybody.
I got the we have the red phone at CK. Castro calls me to make sure I'm okay with what he selected for the workouts.
Yeah, exactly. It's like World War II. It's like Churchill's direct line to the White House.
This is what I do. I go, yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and change that. I'm good with that. All right, run it.
I'm thinking.
Hey, run it, D.
I like where your head's at there, Mr. Castro, but I think you're really missing the boat with those kettlebells. Let's get some dumbbells in there instead.
Yeah, let's really shake it up.
This year I'm thinking instead of dumbbell snatches, why don't you do kettlebell snatches?
Kettlebell snatches are rough, man. They just kind of bang on that forearm, get nice and bruised for the next day.
Well, the catch is, if you do them right, it doesn't slap onto your forearm. But then the other catch is, when you get tired, you make little mistakes.
Yeah.
And
then you get in the mindset of just like sending it because it's the Open. Like,
fuck it.
Man.
Fuck it.
Let's go. Yeah.
You know what the worst workouts are, and they do these in the Open from time to time, is that if you reach a certain level, you buy more time.
Yeah, those are the worst.
It's like the worst.
Those are the worst workouts.
Yeah, like 3 minutes, and then but if you complete the workout in 3 minutes, you have another 3 minutes. So then it's always like congratulations,
Congratulations, you got another 3 minutes.
You got another 3 minutes of this. I think they did that one time with it was a Fran ladder. It was like
chest to bars,
pull-ups and chest to bar pull-ups. I think it went 3, 6, 9 or something like that. And if you got past the 9s, then you would just keep going. Then it goes to 12, 15, whatever, like that, and you just like keep.
Fun fact about that is that I was there at the live announcement, front row, stage front. With Kalipa and Froning battling out on that workout.
Oh, really?
And then I stormed the stage afterwards and got a pic with Rich. And then everybody swarmed after I did it.
You broke the seal.
I broke the seal. I was like, you know what? Actually, we were with I was with Charlie, and he was like, dude, just go up there and do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. And then that was that.
I want to be at a game sometime where we storm the field.
Yeah. Let's go to like a college basketball game.
It's got to be one where like a big one though.
Like Duke NC. How about Zion last night blowing through his shoe? Did you see that, Dante? There was the Paul George PG3 shoe, Nikes. He went to, it's like 50 seconds into the game, he goes to do like kind of like a quick stop and just blows through the side of the shoe.
Oh man.
Falls on the ground. Hurts his knee, out of the game. Don't know when he's coming back.
Not very good advertisement for the shoe.
No. Definitely not. But the shoes, I'm not gonna lie, the shoes look like they had some time in them, and that's hard time. Not that it matters.
You don't think he just laced them up?
No, they looked like they'd been played in for sure, at like the highest level, right? But that doesn't mean that they should ever break. But
you ever blow the side out of a shoe?
I mean, no, to God no. But I've never balled that hard.
Well, so I have playing floor hockey with one of my classes when I was teaching PE. We're playing hockey out. It's outside on asphalt, Right, and so it's like floor. So it's like a lacrosse ball type thing, like a ball, and anyway, so out there playing floor hockey on these outdoor basketball courts on the asphalt, and these kids, someone needed someone on their team or whatever the situation was. I don't remember exactly how it went down, but what I do know is I had a hockey stick and I'm fucking taking it to these kids.
Oh yeah, you gotta show them. You gotta show them who's man.
And at one point I went to, boom, plant to move, and my foot, like my shoe stopped, my foot just kept going right out the side of this fucking thing.
That's exactly what happened to him.
Because it was like a running shoe. It's not really made for the lateral movement. It wasn't like a fitness shoe. It was just it was like a running shoe.
Yeah.
And my foot just totally blew out the side of this thing.
That's crazy. What's crazy about what happened also with like this Zion incident is that it ripped, like, not just blew out the leather side, it ripped the rubber. Like, on the sole was ripped.
A lot of force.
Oh, so much force. And the play was like an aggressive kind of like it was like more of like a stop. I don't know if it's, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was more like kind of like a stop, like juke kind of play.
It's so funny. Like, out of all the ways to get injured playing basketball,
your equipment fails you.
Your shoe.
Yeah. Oh, it looked painful. Like it was like, it was a lot of torque. Obviously, blew the shoe out. And then, like, of course, right away, Puma on Twitter like made some jab at Nike, about the whole thing. People are kind of upset because they're using like someone like being injured as like a marketing ploy.
Yeah.
Which is kind of true, but it's also like that's 2019 in a nutshell.
I mean, that's like
you wait for others to fail so you can jump down their throat.
Boom.
It's everybody's just waiting with their phones in their hand for someone to fuck up.
Yeah, and the thing is too, like, look out there, how many, like in Nike's defense, how many pairs of Nikes are being worn on the basketball court, and how often has this happened?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure it's happened before.
Oh, I'm sure, but you ever see it happen before?
No, I haven't seen it personally.
Yeah,
no.
like me, like I haven't.
Yeah,
I've never seen in a basketball game.
Out of yesterday, if I had to guess, there was probably, let's be realistic here, with 570 million pairs of Nikes being worn. That was probably the only one that blew out.
Well, I was going to say, look at it this way. How many basketball games do you think you have watched in your lifetime?
Oh, God, I couldn't even
You know what I mean? And let's just say, and this is totally random, let's just say half, only half. Say half the guys are wearing Nikes. Mm-hmm. Right? Which is probably about right. Probably more than
not that far off.
Probably more than that, but maybe half, right? And it's the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen like here's the thing too. There was a trend. It still kind of is, where players will wear old Jordans, and the structure integrity of a shoe that was made in 2007 with like, the foam kind of crumbling and just they're old.
Well,
they're gonna break. They're gonna crack. I've seen that I've seen the toe kind of flap down on an old pair of like 11s or something, like the rubber, but not like a full blown out. But it's like, oh yeah, that glue is a decade old, and they're not made to be playing basketball anymore.
Yeah, it's like the back of the seat in that Mercedes.
Oh yeah,
it's just 20 years old.
It's just 20 years old.
The plastic's bound to snap.
Yeah, of course it broke.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen that, but I've never seen a full blowout. Like, this thing exploded. It looked like someone overfilled the tire and it just went. That's exactly what it looked like. Stitching everywhere.
Dude, to talk about something that's scary is when you're driving, you had a tire blowout.
Dude, knock on wood, I've never had that.
Oh, dude, not on the freeway, I haven't. But I've been just going down the street, driving, all of a sudden, boom! Sounds like shotgun.
Yeah, that scared the shit out of me.
You're like, oh shit, that's not good. Yeah. I guess I should pull over.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I saw an accident the other day. I just missed it. Mm-hmm. Just missed seeing it happen.
You either pull over or you go, how close is the nearest Le Schwab? Can I milk this thing?
It happened right in front of an old, I don't know if it's still active, but it's an old sheriff, right there on Bond and Waterman.
Okay. Yeah.
There's that old sheriff station right there. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's still, I think they use it for something. But anyways, it happened right there. And I was in the turning lane and I had stopped because this shit just happened. Like, the lady and the guy are still in the car, like, haven't even gotten out yet. Plastic still kind of moving around. Like, I just missed this thing happen.
Yeah.
Didn't hear it or anything either, which was weird. But so I'm stopping to make sure like someone gets out of these cars.
Yeah.
Before like I have to maybe go check in myself and make sure like they can move or they need like immediate 911.
Right.
And I'm sure So here's the problem with that. You assume someone else is calling 911 and you're not.
Everyone's assuming that.
Then no one is, right? Yep. So then I'm stopped there obviously because this shit is like serious because it was a serious accident. Like the other guy didn't even get out even when I had left. The lady was checking on him that was in the other car. She got out kind of slow. So this young girl behind me starts honking at me and then just blows past me and like speeds down. I'm like, are you serious? Like, where do you have to go?
Did you call 911?
I did not because I saw her. The lady actually was on the phone when she got out. When she got out of the car, but I was like right about to do it though. I was actually about to get out of my car, and then maybe just do it myself because I didn't see anybody else really making any moves. But
also you can try and help them. You'll have the protection of the Good Samaritan laws. So like if someone gets hurt in a car accident, and you go to try and help them, like you can't get sued for
hurting them
more so the rules around it is you have to act as what would be considered a reasonable person's actions. So as long as you are acting
ripping them out of the car.
Yeah, if you like run up there, throw the door open and grab their head, try and pull them out by their head.
Just screaming, making it way more like
just both hands grab their head.
Get the fuck out. Just panicking and everybody else is just making it so much worse than it is.
So as long as you do what would be considered a reasonable action, and the other thing is, if you do have some sort of medical training, then you have to do what would be considered reasonable for that level of training. So like if you have training and you completely fucking ignore it, that doesn't count. So as long as what you do is like on par with your level of training, or if you have no training, act as a reasonable person, you're like totally good to go. So that's good. Because like that's the thing people sometimes worry. They're like, well, I don't want to, what if, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I don't want to like pull someone out, their neck's injured,
like,
make it worse.
If the car's on fire, fucking get them out of there.
Yeah,
you'll be fine. Like the laws will hold you up. You'll be
for sure.
One time I was driving and a little fire on the side of the road, but it just started. Like it was clear, like it was didn't totally take over this side of the hill yet, but it was like just kind of starting. I was dry grass. So I'm like, all right, well, whatever. Same thing. Like, I'm sure they know. Well, fuck. Like, what if everyone's saying that? So I called, and 911 just answered. They just said, are you calling about the grass fire on the side of the road? Yes. All right, we already got it. Thank you.
Good.
All right, cool.
That's a good system.
Perfect.
Good system.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. You must have, that's good that people were taking action.
Yeah.
Right away.
I also, in the back of my head, I keep picturing you running up to a car, throwing the door open, and grabbing like someone's like a headlock. They're trying to pull them out with a headlock.
It's just like a full neck injury from whiplash. Just someone call a fucking car. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's gonna blow.
It's like the fender.
It's not even on fire.
Fender bender.
Let's get him out of here. It's gonna blow.
There's like maybe a scratch on the car. The person's like, I'm fine. Let me go.
How are you so calm?
You're in shock. Shut up. You're in shock.
He's in shock.
Oh, why is that so funny?
Someone get the jaws of life.
I'm just picturing like Will Ferrell or somebody. Like,
I'm picturing you doing it.
Yeah, originally, but now I'm like picturing like a really funny person. Oh man. But yeah, we got totally off the games talk, but
that's all right.
It doesn't matter. Everybody's talking about games. You can find someone else talking about games.
Yeah, people that know more than us probably.
I feel like we know a lot. But
but I mean, like, yeah, that's true. I guess nobody really knows this.
We're all just getting information from Morning Chocolate, like everybody else on the planet.
That's true.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, thank you, Justin.
Yeah. But no, actually, which is Morning Chalk Up is great.
If you're not subscribed to Morning Chalk Up, just sign up or just send me your email address and I'll sign you up like I did Dean.
Yeah, I mean, it's I love it because it's like quick and to the point.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. It's not too long.
I like that it has little headlines too, so you don't read the whole thing.
You don't necessarily need.
You go headline, you go, I don't need that one. I don't need, and then you get down the bottom, and it's like, oh, these people, these are the highlights of what was kind of posted on social media. They get into a little affiliate thing, like what local affiliates are doing for different fundraisers.
I like the option of being able to go with the headline, and if I'm in a position where I have more time, I can expand my my reading.
Read more.
Yeah,
takes you to that.
Well, it's 2019, so you only read headlines now.
Yeah. Only ones that pertain to me, also.
Yeah, I only read biased headlines.
That's right. That's just embrace the echo chamber.
Oh man, it's funny when you say it out loud.
It's true.
But because it's like such a real thing.
Echo chamber.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my news feed from angry Twitter.
I heard this interview with Jack Dorsey, the Twitter guy, Twitter founder, and he like very like admits like, oh yeah, no, on Twitter it's a big problem is the echo chamber thing, and he's like, honestly, we just don't do a very good job at making it better. Like,
what can you do though?
Well, so his idea is one thing you could do, but people would have to want to do it. But something that Instagram actually does now is allows you to follow hashtags.
Yeah.
And so like the idea was, if something goes down, something happens, whatever, a war breaks out or a country's bombed or whatever's going on. Well, if you just go to Twitter and you just go to your feed, you're going to see the opinions of people who you follow and are going to kind of mirror your opinions most of the time. But if you search the hashtag that's related to it,
you'll get both sides.
You'll get both sides because you're going to get people on both sides posting to the hashtag. Now, you might see whatever, even if it's kind of skewed, you might see 70% that agree with you, but there'll still be that 30% that don't or whatever. You get the other side of it. So but right now you can do that, but you have to like go to search and then type in the hashtag and then go to like that type of thing. They don't have the feature to just be able to follow a hashtag.
I think I follow about 7 or so hashtags on Instagram. Yeah.
Yep. There's 2 I do 2 or 3.
Yeah, there's a couple.
But point is they don't offer that on Twitter, I guess. Or maybe they do now. This interview was from a couple months ago.
That sounds pretty like that's something that could be turnkey pretty easy.
That's what I was thinking. When I heard him say that, I thought, man, that doesn't like I feel like you could make a phone call and that'd be live in a week.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. So so if you feel as though you live in an echo chamber, you could always just follow some hashtags.
Yeah.
Get both sides of it.
That's true. That's the best way to do it. Should always take information from both sides and develop your own opinion.
Well, otherwise, how are you going to tear others' arguments apart if you know what they are?
That's true. True. Yeah, but I don't know.
But I think it's absolutely true though. Like the best thing you can do is hear the opposite side's opinion. It's like, and because even if you don't, because the chance
you need to know where that person's coming from,
the chances are, yeah, that's it. And the chances are that something that's said on the other side you'll agree with, like one little aspect of it, and then it's like, okay, then you can empathize a little bit, like, all right, well, I see how someone could maybe, given that, I don't agree with this still, but I could understand why someone else maybe would, or something like that. Because the truth is, I don't think anybody, well, not anybody, most people opinions aren't as black and white as they seem to be. It's like most people are kind of somewhere in the middle on most topics, but that's not exciting and that's not sensational, and that's
also not going to
not going to make anybody popular, and so that's why you get these people who are
the
loudest voices are on the extremes.
The extremes, yeah.
And then the funny thing about that is, I think we've talked about on the show before, how the extremes are not actually far apart. The extremes are actually a giant fucking circle.
Yeah, that's right. We did talk about that.
Yeah, it's like at the bottom part of it's like an omega sign or something, right? Where it comes back together.
Pretty much.
Like that's really, it's not a straight line. It's really a giant loop with a little hole in the bottom. And like those are the most common things.
So that's pretty much it.
You look at like mass violence is the most obvious one here. Like you look at, this belief system and these people is a certain culture, certain group of people who's promoting mass violence type thing. It's like, well, the exact opposite of those people, for political beliefs are usually the other group of people doing it.
Yeah, it's true.
So
brain busters. But I don't know. I just back to the kind of the opens. The open stuff, right?
Did you see in the morning chalk up they had the list of most common movements? I think that was from this morning. So they had a little chart, and it was like,
I did not see that. Was that near the end?
I don't know, maybe. I believe it was this morning's. Maybe
I breezed it this morning.
Yesterday's. I think it was this morning's. It was this morning. So the most common movements in the open. So there's I think 5 or 6 movements that have been in every open. And then there's a list like 30 things. So there's 5 or 6 that have been every year, have come up once at least. And then there's another 5 or 6 that have come up 4 out of the 5 years. And then there's another handful that have come up 2 or 3 times. And then there's some that are only once. But the every year chest to bar pull-ups, Double unders. There she be. Toes to bar. So toes to bar, double unders, chest to bar pull-ups, and thrusters have been every year. Deadlifts every year except for one. Burpees every year except for one. Burpees over the bar have been 1, 2, 3, 4 out of the 8 years. Open's been going on 8 years? Son of a bitch. All right.
We're getting old, man.
Snatch wall balls every year but one. Ring muscle ups every year except 2. And so it kind of goes from there. And then there's a few things that like once ever, right? Like front squats, hang clean and jerks.
This is just this list right here. The part we're looking at right now is just 2001 to 2008.
Oh, what the hell's going on, man?
Then this needs to slide over, I think.
11 to 18.
11 to 18. It's 11 to 18.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, my eyes are bad.
Your eyes are bad.
Fuck, man. What the hell?
When's the last time you got an optometrist?
Dude, no, I've been avoiding it.
Nah. Can you tell is one eye worse than the other? If you like look at something far away, like something you can barely see, something like far away, and then like cover one eye and then cover the other, and it'll be blurrier with one maybe.
I think my left's worse.
My right's definitely worse. If I close my right, like everything's clear.
Oh, yeah,
if I close my left, it's a little blurry.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's a sign.
I just had a moment of non-clarity.
Switch eyes. There you go.
Oh man.
Happened to me the first time I was in church, and I realized I'm looking at it's a pretty big church, so the stage is pretty far away. And then this person's in front of me, and they're taller than me. And I realized that as the pastor's walking back and forth, he gets to one side.
That's a woman. I thought that was a man.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, man, why is he so blurry up there? And then like I leaned my head out a little bit so both eyes would see past this person's head, and he was clear as could be. And then I just put my head back to where this person in front of me was like covering the vision of one of my eyes, and it was blurry again. And I was like, oh shit, I need glasses. It was just that's when I noticed. I was like, I guess I should make an appointment at the optometrist. Hey Jess, what's our vision insurance? How do you make an appointment?
Dude, that's funny.
Yeah, it just hit me just like that. I was like,
did you see those posts on the CrossFit Instagram page of like the old guy in the like staged like that 70s show room?
No.
With like the water jugs, like basically doing like a Dante, pull up Instagram, CrossFit Instagram. These images are hilarious because it's like it was done in a studio. Like it looks like it was done on a movie set, but it's like these old guys holding like these cleaning jugs. And he's doing the video. He's doing knees to elbows like in his like rocking chair or like his lounge chair.
Awesome.
You got to see this. It's I think it's like kind of about the opens, but not about. I don't know what necessarily the topic was.
CrossFit's page.
Huh?
CrossFit's page.
Just CrossFit, yeah. Yeah, see that? Go down to that lady. Go up. See that lady right there next to the couch?
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's one. But it's like...
Oh, yeah, how it's like a stage, it's like staged grandma's house.
That's for a studio. For sure a studio.
Yeah, it's for sure my grandmother's house.
It's basically like how to be fit.
Yeah, they're teaching movements for older people, but I like how they're like the couch they're using is like this old ass floral couch like at your grandma's house.
Look at the jug guy. This is a video. This is terrible radio, but
well, they can go to CrossFit's Instagram.
Look, he's got the broomstick.
This is fantastic.
Isn't this great?
You know, I'm going to tell you why this is great for a couple of reasons. Oh, first of all, were you there when I, no, you weren't. It was just me and Charlie. We taught Kenny Leverage how to snatch using an actual broom in front of his apartment one day.
No, I was not there.
Yeah, we were driving back through and talking to Kenny, and he's like, yeah, I really struggle with, like, the snatch. And we're like, go get a broomstick. We got a broomstick, but he didn't have a lamp in his living room, and it was dark. And so there wasn't room in the kitchen, so we went out front under the street light, and I taught him how to snatch using a broom.
Wait, no. Is that when we went to that place?
We're on the way back from Arizona.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah. So what I love about these, though, this one not so much, because it's a box.
Grandpa long arms.
Gramps got long arms.
Those hands.
We got meat cleavers.
Holy shit. Those are like Kyrie, or what's his name? Kawhi's.
I feel like a lot of old guys got big old hands.
They just keep growing.
They just keep, like, your hands keep growing.
I wish before we do this too long.
Oh, this is good. Yeah. Well, let me tell you what I love about it, though. Okay.
There's the guy doing. Check this one. This is the best one.
The knees to elbows in the
the
chair.
knees to elbow.
Hit me with that one.
Yeah. He's got the.
Oh, first she's involved.
He's got the bleach.
Oh yeah, the jugs.
He's do some cleans.
Hell yeah. Well, you know what? It's just
ground overhead.
It's just showing like you could exercise at home. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a gym.
No, to stay active, stay moving.
Stay active. Stay
moving. In between Price is Right and Family Feud, this is what you do.
Oh, dude. Yes. Look at that.
Look at them socks and shoe combo.
Hey, I'm telling you this right now. My grandma doesn't do this shit, and she should. Like, think about that. You know,
it makes sense.
It's fantastic.
Just grab some household cleaner.
Just grab some household cleaner. Make sure the cap's on there, Gramps. Pull them in. Pull them in.
This guy's obviously a bargain buyer because he's got 2 full bottles unused yet of some cleaner.
Yeah, that's what's going on there.
That's a Costco.
No, I was gonna say probably on
Amazon Prime.
No, what's that channel on TV? Like infomercials.
Just like yeah. Shit.
It's a late night infomercial, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably it's probably washer fluid for your windshield wipers.
Yeah, anyway.
But wait, there's more.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it looked like.
HSN, Home Shopping Network.
HSN.
You bought those in HSN for
He
sure.
sure did, for sure.
No, but what I love about the staging of it and everything is when you look at that, you know what I think? I think, yeah, that's Grandpa at home. Mm-hmm. And even though it's funny and like my grandmother doesn't have. She has bought new furniture since the 70s. Not a lot. Like that floral pattern that's on a couch in my grandma's house.
No, it was a good set.
And also I love it though because here's the other part of it. And because we do, we take pictures, do little videos and stuff, and sometimes set the stage or go to locations for it. Mm-hmm. If we were sitting in a room and said, hey, let's film some videos of old people, I was going to. So in my head, I'm like, should I say elderly? It's like, fuck, it is what it is.
Well, these people in these videos are 60 plus for sure.
Oh, a 70 plus probably.
Yeah.
We're into this picture, these elderly people, and whatever, showing what they can do at home. Someone goes, well, hell yeah, let's make it look like my grandma's house. Mm-hmm. Or honestly, they may have gone to his grandma's house and lit it. Whatever. It's probably staged.
Yeah, because the ceilings are so high in the house. It's for sure no ceiling house.
But it's like, I don't see...
That looked like the set of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's fantastic. And I actually love... Someone probably said, hell yeah, let's get some floral pattern couches in there. And everyone's like, yeah, dude, let's do it.
I'm a little disappointed, though, that the plastic was not still on the plastic covers were on the couch. Then I really would have believed it.
That's great. Or just like a can of Scotch Guard out. Just make sure you know that they
Wait, was there caramel candies on the counter in that house? This isn't real.
There's a bowl of Werther's.
Yeah. God, it's so funny how that
Werther's
thing is like it's so real.
I love them Werther's.
Like my grandma stayed laced with those.
I'm gonna do it
always. That's honestly what her house looked like, but it was in the middle of Shingle Springs.
It's actually part of my my retirement planning right now. Like contribute a little to a 401k, and then every month I buy a bag of Werther's.
Stockpile.
And I'm stuck. Yeah, because I mean, look, later in life I'm gonna be on a fixed income. And so I'm just trying to.
She lives on a really fixed income. Seinfeld joke.
Yeah. It's like you just want to be ready to go.
You do. You gotta basically have a pantry of just hard candies.
No, but I love it. I think because I remember actually I didn't see them, but I remember reading something where someone was kind of giving them shit about it, and I just remember thinking like, oh, it's interesting. And then, but seeing them now, I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, my buddy sent me one as like, check this out, and I was like, dude, that's hella funny.
No, it's hella funny.
But like, it also makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I could see, like I said, I could see us doing something like that, like the scene of the whole deal, being like,
it was very clever, and real.
And you know what else? It worked, obviously. People are talking about it.
People are talking about it. And also, I don't know how many people are going to do it because of it, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, look, at my gym, we got a 78-year-old woman who comes. She's there fucking 3 days a week, does not miss.
I heard she cleaned like 225.
Yeah. I'll tell you this, though. I don't know what they are now. I haven't seen her do this in the last year or two. 2 years ago or so, CrossFit Total. And she... she strict pressed 50 pounds, back squatted 100, and deadlifted 150.
Wow.
And she was 75 years old, 76 years old.
Wow.
you know? And it's like, but that's real life. Like she goes to the grocery store, still goes up to the cabin.
That's
you know, and all that's like, yeah.
Well, my grandmother.
And that's the whole thing.
My grandmother lived on her own. I mean, well into her early 90s.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of Diamond Springs. Everybody knows where Shingle Springs is. It's like an even smaller, more remote place.
Right.
Shingle Springs is even more kind of in the woods.
And on that too is about 2-3 years ago, a little bit before that. Anyway, she broke her ankle, and it wasn't at the gym. It was like at home, whatever. Someone went down, broke her ankle. But here's the catch: is that she has a full recovery. Like she was in her mid-70s.
Well, she was setting herself up for a full recovery.
And 6 months later, totally fine. And that's my point. We talk about this all the time. Like that's what really is problematic with older people. It's not a lot of the stuff you think. What goes on is it's like you fall, you break your hip, or you break your ankle, and then you're out of shape, right? And so you're bedridden until it's healed, and then while you're bedridden, you get pneumonia, and like that's what happens. Like that's how people die, you know. And so it's like a very common thing. So being able to one reduce your risk of those injuries, and two is when those injuries happen, be healthy enough to recover quickly and be mobile. Like while she had a bad ankle,
I'm rolling my eyes at these dogs barking. Sorry.
Sorry. Like while she had the ankle thing, she had a cast on it. Like she still went around. Like she was able to use crutches and shit. You know, like a lot of people in their mid-70s would not be able to use crutches.
Speaking of crutches are kind of going away, huh?
People use the carts a lot more.
It's the bike now. Or not the bike. The cart.
Scooter.
The little scoot carter. The scoot cart.
Weak.
I like it.
I don't know.
I like it. I think it makes way more sense. Like crutches would kill you, man. Those things hurt your armpits. You get all raw.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I don't really have an opinion. I've never used either. So.
Well, as long as insurance covers it, you know, they probably charge $2,000 to the hospital.
Shit, as far as that goes, give me the electric cart, then I'll sit down. Like the grocery store ones.
Oh yeah, those are sweet.
Those are.
I can't remember the last time I even seen one of those.
You know what? Now that at Save Mart they have a couple.
Like at my Bel Air by my house, like they don't. There's no way. I don't think they even have those there.
Oh, there's two at Save Mart.
I'm sure they're somewhere. There's probably a designated zone. They probably have to have them. But like I can't think of. It's a brand new. Like it's like that's maybe a year old. This grocery store.
You know, I think it might be too. Like a lot of people nowadays, like if you need one of those, like you probably got one. Like you got your own cart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's probably a lot easier to get your hands on one now. As far as like, who knows?
Yeah.
But.
Well, I think that's probably about time. Pretty close.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's everything you need to know about the 2019 CrossFit Open.
That's right.
As
number one thing takeaway from today is keep moving.
Work on those toes to bar and double unders because that shit's happening. And,
real quick before we sign off, one movement prediction for today. I'm gonna say chest to bar pull up.
Thrusters.
Okay. There it is. We'll see who's right.
All right, there we go. Loser eats a can of cat food.
Ooh, but I already eat that every day.
Yeah, so does Flo on that video we watched.
All right.
So I'm not really eating cat food. All right, this has been Gas Stage Cappuccino. Always send us an email at podcast@caffeineandkilos.com. And if you have anything, we'll read your comments, read your emails here on air. There we go. Signing off.
Till next time.